Do you want to know how to create new habits? You should meditate, go for a walk, eat healthy, and so on. I was wondering how to turn those things into habits, and I found Charles Duhigg's The Power of Habit. Here is what I've learned.
Takeaway number 1. How to create new habits. Although toothpaste already existed in the early 19th century, only 7% of all Americans used it to brush their teeth. Pepsodent was the first company who succeeded in creating a market for toothpaste. In fact, about a decade after they launched their campaign, the number of Americans using toothpaste increased to 65%. How was that possible? Pepsodent realized that it was necessary to make using toothpaste a habit in order to create a demand. But how did they do it? How do we develop new habits, especially when it comes to things which we've never craved before? The habit loop. First, we will explore the 3 components that make up a habit. First, the routine. The routine describes the behavior that we wish to adopt as a habit. This can be going for a run every day, meditating, or reading a book once a week. In the case of Pepsodent, the targeted behavior was the regular use of toothpaste. Second, the cue. In order to create a habit, there must be a clear and regular cue. Something that, every time it happens, triggers the desired behavior. For new habits, this cue has to be developed and connected to the new behavior. For instance, if you want to go running every morning, a possible cue would be to get dressed in your running outfit first thing in the morning. In the case of Pepsodent, what was the new cue that had to be developed? Pepsodent chose to focus on the film that we feel on our teeth and associated this feeling to the idea that our teeth are not clean. So every time we go over our teeth with our tongue, we feel this film that tells us we have to clean our teeth. A cue was created. Third, the reward. However, those 2 components are not sufficient in order to create a habit. There also has to be a reward afterwards. If we take the running example, the reward might be the endorphin rush post-run, or the smoothie you drink afterwards. In every regard, it has to be a personal reward, something that motivates you. Pepsodent simply took the reward of getting beautiful teeth, which indeed was something everybody wanted to have. And still wants to have, probably. Lastly, there is also another important component. In order to really create a new habit and to be able to apply it on a regular basis, there must also be a craving for the reward. The craving upon which the new habit of Pepsodent was based was created by a specific ingredient found in the toothpaste. This ingredient, creating a cool and tingling sensation in the mouth, actually gives customer the feeling of having a fresh mouth. Ultimately, the absence of Pepsodent, customers started craving the tingling sensation, and this craving was associated to the feeling of not having clean teeth and the need to use toothpaste. The craving drives the habit loop. It makes us do things again and again, to the point where they become unconscious actions. Developing a habit loop in order to make toothpaste an integral part of people's life, by identifying a cue, promising a reward, and creating a craving for the latter, was in fact one of Pepsodent's secrets to success, and a key factor in the normalization of toothpaste. Great! Now we know how to create new habits. But how can we get rid of existing ones? How can we get rid of those recurring walks to the fridge, evenings in front of the TV, the daily glass of wine, or the hourly cigarette? How to change existing habits will be summarized in our part 2 of The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, coming soon. If you don't want to miss out on more takeaways of great books and practical ideas, make sure to subscribe to our channel here. Also, if you like this video, have a look at our summary of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey.